why Doris Day truly hated him more than anyone. We all remember that voice, like a warm hug on a Sunday morning. Doris Day was America's sweetheart, the girl next door with the golden hair and the perfect life. My father used to tell me that back in the day, you couldn't walk down a street without hearing her singing from a window. He said she was the light of a whole generation, the kind of woman you'd be proud to bring home to your mother. But behind those sparkling eyes and the upbeat songs of the 1950s, a dark shadow was hiding in her own home. The world thought she had it all, but Doris was living a lie she didn't even know she was telling. The person she trusted most, the man who sat across from her at the dinner table, was quietly destroying her. Her journey into love was always paved with thorns. At only 17, she married a musician named Al Jordan. It should have been a young girl's dream, but it quickly turned into a violent nightmare. He was a man of dark moods and heavy hands, leaving Doris to flee for her life with a newborn baby in her arms. Then came George Weidler, a second chance that flickered and died under the bright lights of her growing fame. She was searching for a rock, a man to protect her from the vultures of Hollywood. And that is when she found Marty Melcher. For 17 years, Marty was the face of her security. He was her husband, her manager, and the man who adopted her son. Together, they built the empire of Doris Day, but as the cameras rolled, Marty was playing a much more dangerous game. Behind the closed doors of their office, he was a master of control. He didn't just manage her career, he owned her soul. He pushed her to work until she was breathless, forcing her into movies she hated and signing her name to secret deals she never even saw. The true shock came on a quiet day in 1968, when Marty suddenly passed away. Doris was heartbroken, left to pick up the pieces of a life she thought was safe. But when she opened the ledgers, the heartbreak turned into a cold, hard nightmare. The $20 million she had earned, the fortune from Pillow Talk and K. Sarah, it was all gone, vanished into bad investments and empty bank accounts. She wasn't just grieving a husband. She was facing total ruin and a mountain of debt she didn't know. To realize that the man you loved spent 17 years stealing your future is a pain that words can barely touch. He had even signed her up for a television series without her knowledge, a job she was forced to do just to keep the lights on. Doris Day had been the most famous woman in the world, and yet she was left with nothing but her name. She eventually fought back in court, facing the men who helped Marty betray her, and she won, but she never returned to the big screen again. In those darkest hours, it was her dear friend James Garner who stood by her side like a true brother. He publicly defended her and gave her the strength to believe that honest men still existed in a world of lies. She found her final peace in the quiet hills of Carmel, turning her back on the industry that had used her and giving her heart to the animals who, unlike men, would never lie to her. She lived to be 97, a long life that proved one thing. You can steal a woman's fortune, but you can never steal her light. Tell me, do you remember where you were when you first heard that beautiful voice? Or is there a song of hers that still brings a tear to your eye today? Let's share the memory in the comment and remember the old days together. This has been the Stars Gossip. If this story moved you, hit that subscribe button because the best stories are always true.